I've had in a very long time, and to dig deep like we did with this group and get a win, special. So I'm kind of basking in that right now, and obviously know we got another tough challenge, France on their home court. Now back to the morning roast with Bonta Hill and Joe Shasky. Take it away, Bonta.
All right, Steph, so cool to see what you did yesterday. Scored 36 points. What do you have, 17 in the first quarter? 8 rebounds. 2 assists, 9 of 14 for the three-point line. He kept them in the game in the first half, stabilized it. He played 33 minutes in all. LeBron James played 32 minutes, dropped the second triple-double in Team USA history. He's got both of them, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. Joel Embiid, boy, oh boy, be patient with big man. 19 points, 4 rebounds. He stepped up against Jokic yesterday, stepped up big time against Nikola Jokic, and played some damn good defense, hit some timely shots. Kevin Durant, 9 big points off the bench, really coming up in a crunch time. Some crazy shot-making ability. Devin Booker was solid on both ends. What a game for Team USA, 95-91 rallying. They outscored Serbia by 17 in the fourth quarter. And as soon as you see the game's over, it's Steph and LeBron hugging. It's Steph and KD hugging. LeBron, he's hitting them in the head like this. It was great. It was awesome. Great. It was a moment that, you know what? I was like, forget the NBA for a second. Just, hey, who's going to play with who? That's going to play itself out. But I was just thinking, where my mind went, y'all know where your mind went, but where my mind went was like, this is incredible. Look at these guys come together, trying to win a gold medal for this country. And you see LeBron James in the huddle, dropping the F-bomb after F-bomb. Steph, that's right, Steph. That's right, Joel. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go get the gold. And I'm like, man, LeBron James, I fell back in love with him again. I jumped off the LeBron James train in terms of appreciating his greatness. I was a huge, if anybody knows me out there personally, you know I was a huge LeBron James fan because of things like yesterday. I'm going to sacrifice offensive game. I'm going to guard Jokic. Don't worry about Jokic, Embiid. We're going to switch if we need to, but I'm going to go down here and try to play grown man basketball. And him doing whatever he needed to take the win, alongside my guy Steph, bombing threes, busting his ass on both ends of the floor. I was like, I appreciate the greatness that these guys have given us for 10, 15, 20 years.
Kevin Durant is so incredible. I miss him so much. Just so much. His ability, even with like multiple, at one point at one point they had the second unit in with KD. It was late in that third quarter, I want to say.
It was a disaster.
And I was like, Steve, what are we doing here? Like, can you space the floor a little better and get the great ones out there? Like, this is a closeout game we're about to lose. KD was hitting shots with 6, 8 arms in his eyes. It was unreal. And his mid-range is just so incredible. I thought he was taking on the assignment defensively as well. Whoever 22 is for Serbia, the point guard, the big guy, he's a stud.
Was it Micic?
I don't know. 22 is a stud.
Yeah, he was hit. I
will take him in a heartbeat.
And then he had Bogdanovich talking smack to Carmelo Anthony. They had a little scuffle. Into the second quarter, I was like, oh, this game is turned up. Pardon me, because Serbia was rolling. They were rolling. They were feeling themselves. They were on the court clapping. And Melo starts talking because Bogdanovich does a Melo 3, looks at him. So Melo starts talking. Guys got to be separated. Next thing you know, you see LeBron James do the too small to somebody and hits the court. I said, oh, this game is... And then you got Dwayne Wade on the microphone ready to put on the jersey. It was unbelievable yesterday.
I've seen it in youth games, and I'm like, you're all too small. Like, what are we doing?
Oh,
LeBron,
man.
The too small.
KD and Steph's chemistry is so good. LeBron obviously can have chemistry with anybody. He's running the point guard spot. Booker knowing his role. But Melo and Bogdanovich, I did not have that on my bingo card, where Melo's sitting courtside with his son. And I love Melo in the fourth quarter. If you just watch the fourth quarter, look at the bottom of the screen. And Melo's like, clear it out. Like he's like coaching on the sideline. I love it, but he's all about Team USA. That was his shining moment.
Well, I don't blame him for trying to coach from the sidelines because I don't know what the hell Steve Kerr was doing. And let's just put the rat on the table. Presented by ATCO Pest Control. Isn't that how it goes? Yeah. All right, Guru. I'm doing this on our show. The world now sees some of the frustration that Warrior fans see. And look, we love Steve. He's amazing. One of his shortcomings, though, again, I don't expect you to be flawless as a coach. In-game feel for lineups. his insistence on going with certain lineups. There was a Bam Adebayo lineup at one point where Bam is like the corner 3 shooter, and I'm just like, what are we doing?
It was not good.
What are we doing? Am I tripping? Like, what are we doing, Steve?
Anthony
and I was
Edwards.
like, Steve, sit down. I need Ty Lue and Spoelstra to step up. Like, that's what I was thinking in my mind. And I love Steve. Well, like, as a communicator, in the locker room, in between games, talking with the media and the press, in terms of in-game feel, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be his USA coach Game 7 2016 moment if he does not put the lineup back in that everyone knows needs to be back in. LeBron, Steph, KD, Joel Embiid, and Booker.
Well, Draymond Green had a tweet yesterday. And actually agreed with it.
He was tweeting the whole fourth quarter?
Well, I wasn't paying attention, but I just see this tweet. Sometimes you just have to scrap them rotations. Right. And I thought about that in the third quarter. It's like, look, Anthony Edwards didn't have it yesterday. He was lost. The moment may have been too big for him. He was lost in the sauce. Derek White, not his best showing. He commits a foul. They have a 4-point play at the end of the third quarter. And they're down 15, 17, whatever it was. Anthony Davis, he was okay, but he does have a Jokic problem. Jokic gives him issues. We see that with the Lakers and the Nuggets.
Jokic might be the best player in the world.
But Anthony Davis has issues with him.
No doubt.
So you could go there. Bam Adebayo didn't have it as well. So I was thinking Steph, KD, LeBron, Joel Embiid, and you could rotate that Booker spot.
Sure.
And if you want to play Jrue Holiday a little bit for Booker, fine. But Booker I think he's had an excellent Olympic game. I love Booker.
I've come around on him.
I love what Booker's done. I was texting with our guy Nash yesterday. He was like, you see Book, and Nash is all about his hoops. But Book doing this because he's going to lead the charge in 2028 with Team USA. I did have a problem with, he couldn't find minutes for Jason Tatum. Honestly. He's a 3-time first-team All-NBA player. Well, he's the cover of NBA 2K25. He's an NBA champion. He has the richest contract in basketball, and he can play the floor for you. He's strong. He's not a simp defensively. He could get out there, be physical, and defend. You can't find a couple minutes for Jason Tatum in a game like that. So, look, Steve Kerr's a great coach, but the rotations is just kind of, this is Team USA.
I feel like we're having the same conversations we had the last 3 years about the Warriors. This is crazy.
It is crazy. So,
but this is the problem. And I'm being 100% real. Sometimes the game is slowly passing you by and you're refusing to evolve in real time, and it's tough. Yes, you're one of the most iconic head coaches. Look at the history of the game. Look who's got the amount of championships that he has. His resume is cemented. But who you are now and moving forward, you do have to adjust. When I think of Belichick, the constant thirst for adaptation is what kept him, even at 73, 74 years old, at the top of his game. Andy Reid is a great example.
Right.
Andy Reid's the same age as Belichick,
but
essentially.
He's evolved because he's hired guys. At one point in Kansas City, he had Brad Childress, believe it or not. Brad Childress, who used to coach the Minnesota Vikings, one of his longtime assistants. He gave him a job as spread game analyst, where he would analyze the spread game. So I see where the NFL's going. Spacing, 4 wides, a lot of motions, jet sweeps, jet passes. Let's get that involved into our game. So Andy Reid has evolved tremendously.
And where I'm going with this is that he just feels a little stagnant. And I feel like his feel for the lineups in game, for understanding what combinations are working. He's so hell bent on sticking to the pregame script, and I get that, and I understand wanting to plot everything out. Dog, you got to have a feel for the moment and just a feel for the game.
Well, you know
flow.
what he did? Give him credit though, because in the fourth quarter, he sat on the bench and didn't sub and said LeBron, Curry, or maybe it was them.
Give him credit for doing the most obvious thing possible.
Well, you get credit because you can mess with that as a coach. You can go out there and say, you know what, these guys need to blow. Nah, LeBron, Steph, Embiid, Booker, and KD basically played the entire fourth quarter to bring home a gold medal matchup against France, which should be fascinating against Victor Wembanyama in their home country. That place is going to be insane Saturday at 12:30. What a game. What a game. All right, we'll take Robin Shamburn on the other side. We got to break real quick. And that's coming up, brought to you by